Everybody, happy May 28th, 2020. My name is Christopher Saunders, and this is the Connecticut Sports Talent Show, where we talk all things talents in Connecticut. And on today's show, we have the senior quarterback for Southington. His name, Brady Lafferty. Lafferty, thanks so much for being able to come on today.
Yeah, thank you. Of course, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I think first off, before we kind of go into your time with Southington, I want to ask you about what kind of got you into playing football.
Growing up, I just want to get right away into sports. I started playing soccer when I was 5 because I was too young to play football. Then after that, I played flag growing up, and then second grade was my first year playing tackle football, and just ever since then, it's been my favorite sport.
Do you think playing soccer kind of helped you with your footwork a little bit, especially being a quarterback?
It started off as a young age, so I was just running around playing, having fun. But I really started getting into training and stuff when I was in 5th grade. So that's when it really started going on for me.
And you mentioned the training aspect. Was that something that was voluntary, or were you kind of had to be pushed a little bit to, go into that?
So I originally my I was at a camp, it's a quarterback camp. My dad brought me up to. I think it was like 5-star quarterback camp. I ran by Travis Meyer, and I remember I think my dad meeting Coach Craig Bryden, whose son's Darren Bryden plays for Bloomfield,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember he. I was one of his first quarterback clients, and I remember my dad telling me he was looking for people to train. So I was like, yeah, definitely want to play football, for as long as I can. So I started training with him, and that's when I really started taking off because I'm still working with him till the day now, and me and Darn are like best friends. So it's definitely an advantage I think I have started training young.
And then moving up the ranks now as you went from fifth grade all the way through, you know, when when was it when you started to realize that you could potentially have something here with this quarterback thing?
It wasn't really till my sophomore year when I started really going to college camps, and I've always had a dream of playing college football, and sophomore year is when I really started to pursue it and going to camps and really working out more and getting better.
Now, freshman year going into Southington, just take me
Mm-hmm.
into your first practice. Were you nervous? Were you confident? I mean, just tell me about it.
Oh, my freshman year was definitely a very humbling experience for me because coming in, I had to compete with Shane Laporte, who's a receiver on our team now, and still it is a great quarterback, and just competing with him, we had to split games, do a half, he do a half, and just going through that process was definitely very humbling for me, and I think we both got each other better. I know he got me a lot better, and just working through that, and definitely sophomore years when we still competed, and then junior years when we finally I decided to start. Coach decided to put me to start, and then that's how it started.
Do you think being around such, immense talent at Southington and also having a great coaching staff there in Southington again, that it's kind of allowed you to, have your maturation process as far as a player?
Oh yeah, Coach Drury is a fantastic coach, and all the coaches on the coaching staff are top notch. And just being able to be around them, being in the film room with them, weight rooms, being around all the knowledge they have to bring you, definitely got me to be a better player.
What is Coach Drury specifically? What has he told you as far as through your first 3+ years with Southington that has kind of really stuck with you as far as being a quarterback?
Just always being dialed in, laser focused. He would always tell me, always being in the film room, getting your hours in on huddle. During the season, he'd tell me to get at least 3 hours of film in a week. Just to make sure to know what the defense is running, what the tendencies are for the corners and safeties, and
Mm-hmm.
just knowing what you're going to be up against. During Friday, so Friday nights. So when you're there, you're not unprepared.
Now, as a quarterback, I know certain things take longer than others. Sometimes it's the mechanical side. Sometimes it's even reading a defense. For you, has it been difficult to read defenses, or is that something that's been a strength for you?
So I was fortunate enough. I had a coach in youth who made sure I was making some reads in the pass game.
Mm-hmm.
He was very smart. It wouldn't be anything crazy. It'd just be like high low read going off of a smash concept, but
Mm-hmm.
he would always expose me to it. So when I got to high school, I would be aware of it, and then learning with Coach Drury, Coach D'Amelio, and Coach Steve Barmer on our staff, they took it off for me and made it so much easier for me to read defenses. And I think that's definitely what got me in my success this year.
Have you gotten to a point yet? And I know you're still very young, so maybe this is the next level for you. But have you become comfortable enough where now you can start picking up tells, like if a cornerback his hips are a certain way, if a
Mhm.
defensive lineman's, I don't know, fingers are down or up. I mean, I've heard stories from pros and college guys who say they pick up the most minute things.
Definitely, I've definitely been able to pick up some corners Tennessee. I don't know about D line, but definitely reading the safeties and the corners, what coverage they're in and what man demeanor they're in or zone demeanor. Just reading that definitely makes an advantage for me.
Is there a particular player through your first 3+ years that really kind of hit you hard and kind of even now you sit back and go, yeah, that dude hit me pretty good?
Hmm. I'm trying to think. I remember taking a lot of hits my freshman year, but this year I definitely got a. I don't know his name, but there was this linebacker on New Britain, number 40. Props to him. He lit me hard during a game this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think I still got off. It was at the end of the half. I got off the touchdown pass, but he rocked. Oh, it was bad. But yeah, he gave me a good hit.
Well, hopefully he watches this, if whoever it
Yeah,
is.
shout out to him. Gave me a good hit.
Brady, I really do appreciate you coming on, being able to have Southington and be able to just yourself as a player who, I mean, I'm surprised. You haven't received any offers yet. You've had a lot of interest. And like I've said to a lot of players in Connecticut, when I hear that you guys say, I haven't received an offer yet, I'm like, what? Like, there's a running back at Hall, Lizardi.
Oh
You know,
yeah, Lizardi. Yeah, I'm great friends with him.
I just can't, I couldn't believe it. I was like, how are you not getting offers? And I mean, the list is like the size of like my piece of
I
paper
know.
here. I just can't believe it.
There's so much talent in Connecticut, and it's definitely just getting out, knowing the right people. I think is a huge thing. But there's so much talent in Connecticut, and definitely think me, Lizardi, and a bunch of other athletes in Connecticut should be getting the recognition they should be getting soon because we're all working hard, and we should get what we deserve. I think.
Well, I've
Hopefully,
heard.
get this.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I've heard about your work ethic from one of your fellow teammates who I had on the show, Ryan Andrews.
Mhm.
Great young man, has a very
He
bright
is, yeah.
future. And he was telling me a story. I think it was before we started the interview, and he told me about how you found out you were a 3-star quarterback from a certain place, and you didn't even tell anybody. And that just speaks to how humble you are. Just tell me about what keeps you so humble.
So growing up, my parents never really taught me to brag about what I got. I've always been a hard worker, and just being able to receive the 3 stars is nice, but it's not just the beginning for me. I feel like, and just a start. So I'm just gonna keep working towards and getting better.
I think you will, man. I mean, the play on the field, I mean, over 2,000 yards passing last year, 25-10 touchdowns to interceptions, quarterback rating of 94. I mean, those are numbers that deserve offers. And I think the
Thank you.
fact that you're so humble and that you see that there's an end game to this, there's a means to an end in a way, where if you continue on staying who you are, I've always believed, because I played college baseball all the way through, and the one thing that I was told growing up was, it doesn't matter where you play, is that they'll find you. You just have to stay who you are and stay true. And I believe the same thing with you and any other player in Connecticut. Stay who you are, keep working hard, and at the end of the day, these numbers, somebody will find you. I mean, look, you look at the guys in the NFL. Big Ben's from Miami, Ohio. You look at Derek Carr, went to Fresno State. These are not guys that went to high level schools. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where you go, you'll find a place, man. I believe that.
Thank you. Yeah, I've always believed that talent coaches will find you if you have talent. So I'm just gonna keep working hard and keep sending my film up to coaches, hoping a coach will find me.
Now, last question, Brady, and once again, I really do appreciate you coming on.
Of
What
course.
do you want to work on specifically for your senior year?
So what I've been working on this off season is my speed. So I've always feel like I've been a talented pocket passer. I've had great pocket awareness. I feel like, but what's really been holding me back is being able to get out of the pocket and make some plays on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working with a personal trainer, Coach Turbo Spalding, and work with him like 3 times a week, just to work on my ground game, and hopefully pick up some rushing touchdowns this year.
I have noticed that, watching your film on Huddle, that a lot of times, especially the way the game is played now, everything is okay. First read not there, I'm just gonna run. But with
Hmm.
you, and I didn't see it a lot, you went through your progressions, and maybe this is just because I like old school more than new school. I like seeing that in a quarterback that goes through the reads, and then okay, if 1 through 4, 1 through 3, whatever's not there, then you take off and run. So that's
I
really
definitely
smart by you.
thank you. I definitely think my pocket awareness and knowledge on defenses has set me apart from a lot of quarterbacks. But I'm just looking for the next thing to make me that much different from all the other quarterbacks.
Bright future ahead, for you, Brady, and
Thank you.
appreciate you coming on, and best of luck. You're welcome to come back on anytime before, during, or
Thanks for
after the
having me
season.
on.
That'll wrap things up here in the Connecticut Sports Talent Show. So until next time, stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day, everybody.